You won't believe which city just got the dubious distinction of being named the dirtiest city in America. Here's a hint. It's not New York. Speaking of New York, Ryan Serhant just announced the premiere of his new reality show. It's called Owning Manhattan. Premieres June 28th on Netflix, and we just announced the cast. You might know one of the cast members. And lastly, there's a property in North Carolina that's on the market currently for $25 million. That's a lot of money anywhere, but especially a lot in North Carolina. I'm Jeffrey St. Arromand with Serhant here on Estate Media, and let's get to the point. A recent study was released naming the dirtiest city in America, and to our surprise, New York City was not number one on the list. As much as you hear about sidewalks being dirty, the subway trains are dirty, we did not top the list. But the study by Lone Star crowned Houston, Texas, of all places, with the number one spot. Apparently there's a big roach problem there. It surpassed New Jersey, in Newark, New Jersey, that had number one previously, and rounding out the top three are San Antonio and Tampa. By the way, New York didn't even break the top 10, came in at number 12. Trust me, that's the first time and last New York doesn't make number one on the list on anything. So coming in at number 4, and speaking of New York City, the cast of Ryan Serhant's Netflix show Owning Manhattan has officially been released. I'm part of the cast, that's me there, along with my fiance Trisha Lee, that's her there, and as well as all these other agents. Now, the show, you have to watch it. It's gonna be a cross between Selling Sunset, Vanderpump Rules, and Succession, all with a New York City backdrop. So be sure to check out the series premiere June 28th on Netflix. And here's a little hint for you. I haven't seen a single episode, but this one right here, she's going to be the breakout star of the show. So coming in at our number 3 spot this week is an estate in North Carolina in the Blue Ridge Mountains, is asking for $25 million. Now this will make it the second priciest listing in the history of the state. Now this property, or estate I should call it, is in Bluefish Farms, and it spans over 161 acres and includes, of course, a new pool house, and get this, a 2-bedroom tree house. The main interior space is over 6,100 square feet, but the entire property itself spans over 12,000 square feet, and that includes 4 ensuite bedrooms and 5 full baths and 3 half baths. And let me tell you something, that's what you call a trophy property. So holding down the number 2 spot this week, there was a Gallup poll that asked investors, if you were to pick one asset to invest in long term, what would it be? Of course, 36% of Americans said it would be real estate. And that was followed by mutual funds and stocks, and then gold followed up the rear. But here's the thing, the reason why most Americans want to invest in real estate is because number 1 is a tangible asset, and generally speaking over the course of time, you have long-term appreciation and there's equity there. And for most Americans, they're not necessarily looking for something that has the biggest return, but something that has safety and stability. And with that, you find it in real estate. So of course, it's a no-brainer that real estate will be number 1. So coming at number 1 this week, we're talking about home prices and how that can have a huge impact on the election this year. So this poll was conducted by Housing Performance, and basically they're saying, contingent on the county that you're in, if the value of your home has gained equity, more times than not, those voters are going to stay with the incumbent and vote for the incumbent in office. Now, conversely, if the value of your home 4 years preceding the election had a nominal increase or didn't appreciate whatsoever, then those voters are more than likely to vote switch and vote for the candidate that's challenging the incumbent. So that's really interesting, as we're in a neck and neck race essentially for this presidential election, and the housing market is really in a interesting space. So we'll see if that poll is actually accurate with what happens with the presidential election.